Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, and in today's video we have 3 replays for you in the Tier 9 Swedish tank destroyer, the Stridsvagn 103-0. So the Strits, one of my favourite TDs at Tier 9. Yeah, I mean the whole grind was just thoroughly enjoyable in my opinion. Tier 5 not so much, just because the gun was real derpy and a real nightmare, but you know, Tier 6 onwards was just an absolute blast. I really enjoyed it, and yeah, I kept the majority in the garage. The 103B is equally just as good. Now, just a couple of things to highlight. Obviously, the equipment I run on this tank is optics, camo net, and the gun rammer. Your perks, I run Born Leader, Born Leader, Rapid Reload, Sixth Sense, Steady Aim, Silent Driving, Camo Expertise, Muffled Shot, Green Thumb, and Situational Awareness. So, you know, I've gone for full camo loadout here. Just absolutely maxed out this camo. So yeah, the first replay here, we're on Kaunas, and we're actually platooned up with Kingpin and Mass. Unfortunately, Kingpin got taken out there. He was running the light tank, whilst me and Mass were running tank destroyers, which is unfortunate. That's, you know, it's never good to have one of your light tanks taken out. I mean, fortunately we got 2 more, but yeah, it would have been nice if we had Kingpin still in the game, but. As well, it's just it's unfortunate, and we'll just push on with the game. So yeah, back to the Strits. I've ran the full camo loadout just because that's what this tank excels at. Now, one of the biggest drawbacks with probably most of the line, but even more so with sort of the UDES, the Strits, and the 103B, is very situational. And when I say that, there's maps where it's just not going to do well on. I mean, don't get me wrong, you probably could have a real lucky game, but it is all sort of, I mean, when we're talking city maps, Himmelsdorf, Berlin, and that type of map, it's not really going to excel at unless you're really lucky. I mean, for instance, Himmelsdorf, if you get all the enemies rushed, sitting on the train tracks, or you can pick them off on the hill, you can make it work. But these open maps, procs, stuff like these sort of maps is where this tank is going to shine. Bushes that you can get in, you can maximize the camo, and you can completely annihilate people that are out in the open or sort of crossing like this bar is. We're getting shots into this bar as much as we can. We're just picking them off. We've got fantastic reload as well with this tank. And you see there, 5.7 seconds for your reload is just insane. And then the shell velocity is one of the best in the game on the Swedish TD line. The UDES, Strits, and the 103B, sort of 1300, 1400 meters per second. It's just ridiculous. In actual fact, I think the standard rounds have more shell velocity, I believe, than the premium rounds. I think, if I remember rightly, looking at the stats on this a little while ago. So that's something to obviously sort of bear in mind as well. Sometimes running full premium isn't always the way forward where the Strits is concerned. I would split the loadout. Just so, I mean, the penetration is great on the standard anyway. I can't remember exactly where it's at on penetration values, but it is really good. So you can see here we've racked up 1500 damage already and 1900 assist, and that's the other good thing about this tank. If you do lose your light tanks in the game, you can double up this as a light tank. I did put a video very long time ago, 2-3 months ago, on the 103B, getting 12k assist on Prog, which was one of my best assist achievements ever. But that's the thing, that's what happens when this tank just has such good camo. I like to say, maps like Proc where you have no light tank, you can do that. You can be the light tank, just because of this fantastic camo. You know, you've got sort of decentish view range as well, and that's what we've been doing. So yeah, back to the game. We've done quite well. I mean, you know, damage wise, it's fairly average, but and we get caught out there, which unfortunately, yeah, bushes are your friend. Do not shoot when you're out in the open. You will get spotted. You know, maximise that camo. I was being a bit naive there, thinking I could possibly get away with that, but I've moved now. I've sort of thought, actually, right, let's just do the right thing, get into camo. However, this 780 is in a real awkward spot now, and I think we're going to struggle to get shots off on this guy. He's now gone unspotted. There's only 2 tanks left as well, including this 780. So I think, you know, my main thing is just try and see where we can get shots in. He's running now. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get another shot. Yes, I do. I do get lit because I'm not behind a bush. However, I'm not concerned at all. He's fluffed his shot. Unfortunately, we track him on the kill shot, which is really annoying. And we're just seeing if he'll come around, if we can get the kill shot. Can we get it? Biding our time. Yes, we can. Great suspense there. So yeah, we managed to pick up our second kill there, and we finished the game off with a victory. Quite a comfortable win there. Come top of the board with 2 kills. Just under 3.1k damage with 2.3k assist. Only the first class there, but yeah, a nice game to sort of kick off with. And so yeah, we sort of roll into the second replay here, and we're on Nomonhan. Nomonhan, I wouldn't say is it's I guess there's worse maps really for a TD, but I think I find this map a little bit, can be a bit difficult, to be fair, in my opinion. That's not everyone's, that's my opinion. Yeah, I can find it a bit awkward with TDs, but you know, like I say, you've got to work with it and make it work. You see there, I actually run fuel on this, just to sort of maximise the speed a little bit. I mean, it's fast, kind of. It's just sort of getting to that point. Also increasing your rotation as well. Now obviously I've dropped the health kit for that. My logic behind is, yeah, if you're playing this tank right, you shouldn't be getting shot. So, you know, if you're not getting shot for the majority of the game, why are you going to need a health kit? I know that probably sounds like bizarre logic, but that's just what I've run with, and I put fuel, you know, I put fuel on because, like I say, I want to get to places quicker. You know, the main thing is getting to sniping positions as quickly as possible. You know, particularly when you're on maps where, you know, there's a cross that you can take advantage of, and you can get your shots off quite. Yeah, you want to get there quickly so you can get your shots off and maximise your damage potential. Because, like I say, this tank is situational. So if you can't get to those positions to farm the damage, then, you know, you might struggle sort of, you know, you struggle mid-game, you know, possibly for the rest of your game if you're not taking advantage of that early position. So that's the reason for the fuel, basically, is, yeah, and you'll see I don't use it sort of very much, so it's usually when I'm sort of moving out and about from one position to the other, that's when I'll sort of activate the fuel, just to sort of give me that little bit of boost, speed, and obviously mobility as well. So we've done alright. We've got 1 kill so far. We're just sort of farming the C100 that's out in the open. Let's say this penetration is you know, fantastic on this tank, so I'll quite easily go through that guy. I'm sort of feeling this position's kind of washed up now. You know, the majority of our team are over here. The, you know, light tank sort of push forward, and the only tank spotted is that light tank, the enemy light tank. So at this point I'm thinking, well, they're either camping the back ridge, or they're, you know, you see a couple that are in the town, they might be making their way back there. But I thought I'm going to push up and I'm going to try and see if I can get in a position to put some more damage on, potential tanks that are across the way. Get a shot into that convoy. We have been lit and we are targeted here. So I'm just sort of pulling back. One thing to bear in mind with the Strits, the tier 9 Strits, is it doesn't bounce much. It doesn't have any armor at all. The 103B you can bounce 120mm and under. 120mm guns and under, you'll bounce that. The Strits doesn't really have that capability. Tier 8 below, small caliber guns you probably will bounce, but I just wouldn't take the chance really. Like I say, just stay in cover for as best you can. Chances are if you do get lit in a tier 10 game, you're not going to last long, particularly with high alpha tanks that are out and about in tier 10 lobbies these days that are quite frequent. And Avery will be licking its lips. Tyrann will just absolutely batter you. So those Hesh tanks, the British Hesh tanks as well, your Death Star and your FVs, will just be laughing at you because they will absolutely decimate your hit points. But yeah, don't rely on the armor, and you will get hit in the side. You'll get tracked quite a lot as well. So a large repair kit is necessary if you do get lit up and you're trying to run away. Chances are you're going to get tracked. So keep your large repair kit so you can fix that track and get out as quick as you can. So this Nomonhan game has been pretty meh, to be fair. We've done 3.5k damage. There's only 3 tanks left, and my thinking is, well, they're coming through the town. They're going to go for the base. CSE 75 crossing, and we're just going to get shots into his side. Thank you very much. That's absolutely fine. We'll just keep doing that. Get another shot there, and we track him in place, which is brilliant. He's burnt his repair kit. He gets taken out. We get a bit of track assist there. Now we see this CS53. I'm going to sit here. He's shot a gun, which is fine. Got his bat chat now that's going to start shooting at us, I think. Bounce a shell from that guy. So yeah, ignore what I said about this having really bad armor. It doesn't seem to be the case. No, honestly, it really is bad. But I'm fine with this because I can take the damage. I was full health. I was quite happy to take a few shots for 3 tanks sort of left, and it paid off. I sat there and just farmed whatever crossed. So there we go. We come top of the board again. We got 2 kills, just under 5.5k damage. Picked up the first class and the high caliber there. Only 329 assists, but again, not a bad result, particularly for Nomonhan, because like I say, it can be very hit and miss with, particularly with that spawn, it can be quite defensive. So that worked out well. And we're done all right. So yeah, we're going to move on to the final replay now, which is Nebelberg. And again, we're platooned up with Mass, and I think it's more than likely going to be Kingpin. Yes, Kingpin's playing 1390, and Mass is in the Centurion, I believe. And those two are poodling off the left-hand side. That's fine. I decided I'm going to sort of go right here and cover the majority of the tanks going this way. Just try and see if I can get shots on stuff that maybe poke up in the middle or decide to cross the right-hand side. So yeah, that's going to be my play. Although I think I'm probably in 2 minds at this point. I'm sort of looking around, sort of thinking, wondering what the left-hand side is like. English is hard, and yeah, and just sort of figuring out, because again, Nebelberg's a bit of an awkward one because obviously you got the castle in the middle. It's just a bit of a weird map, if I'm honest. Most people will sort of play the left or right hand side, brawl a little bit in the middle, but for a TD, until you get sort of that middle point where you've got an advantage of seeing 360 degrees of the whole map. Right at the start, it's kind of like you have to rely on picking stuff off on the cross. So now we're sort of maybe just, I think we're just sort of pushing to this left hand side here. You can see Ash is in the middle with the light tank there. He's just sort of, he's up top there. Him and Mass are sort of getting, right into the game. And the mid section is clear, so I'm sort of thinking, right, okay, well maybe I can sort of get shots on TDs that are going to be sitting across. Unfortunately though, we get spotted, and it's this Inferno that comes crossing up. I could have got out there, but I thought, you know what, I'm just going to sit here and kind of farm. I feel like I'm in a bit of a bad, awkward situation. The Inferno's just gone rushing off, which isn't a bad thing, because now that means he's not going to absolutely hammer me. I'm kind of surprised he didn't stay in to sort of finish me off, really, to be honest. We'll get a few shots in, a few more shots into me. But that's fine. We'll sit here. We get another shot into that Ferdinand. Unfortunately, Mass has gone down, and it's just me and Kingpin that are sort of left in the platoon to try and sort of turn this game around a little bit. I mean, it is even. Kingpin's just got another kill there, so sort of put us ahead briefly. But now we're sort of back to even numbers, and I see his Ferdinand in the distance. He's full health, so I'm gonna try and get some shots in, track him in place. I've swapped to the premium rounds because I wasn't quite penning there. Now we're just going to sort of load the Prem and just sort of try and butter this guy up. Get as many shots in as possible. I'm trying to track him in place as well, because I don't want him sort of getting behind cover. But unfortunately he does get behind cover there, and we can't quite sneak a shot in. I've noticed there's also a couple of tanks coming through the town. So I think at this point I'm just sort of going to turn around, try and sort of help these guys out if possible. I'm kind of confident there's nothing on the K line, just because I know there's a medium there that seems to, I believe, is covering. So I'm sort of confident he probably would have spotted some stuff up by now. And if he was getting overrun, then I would sort of turn my attention to that side and help out. This rate, I'm just waiting to see what presents an opportunity. See this heavy tank crossing, but I can't quite get a clear enough shot. Now I do, and I take that guy out. Now this Nameless is coming in. Get a shot into that guy. He seems to be focusing on that French tank destroyer. Luckily Kingpin takes him out. We've got a little bit... 3 hit points of track assist. Brilliant, love it. Thanks for the contribution, Kingpin. And we're going to go to the other side now. Now, our Freedom is kind of, well, I don't know if he's in an awkward spot or if he's pulled back or what, but he seems to be the focus of this ISM. I'm going to sort of set up here, get a shot in. I'm just cresting the ridge slightly, so I've got some vegetation in front of me. I'm not going to get lit. Managed to take that guy out for our second kill. Still even numbers. We're up by 1 tank, but it may not last like that for long. Kingpin's in the town. It's sort of overlooking this middle. I'm in 2 mines. Kind of, I think I'm just sort of going to try and get the side of this Foch here. I know the rubble to the right of me is sort of giving me cover, and I can get shots in. We've got this guy into a bit of a crossfire now. He's turning his attention to me. We've also got the Ferdinand, I think, that's on the other side. Now we're sort of pulling out that cover, which unfortunately we've sort of screwed up a little bit here, because that Mantis is in the back there and has just put a couple of rounds into me. I'm kind of saying to Kingpin at this point, look, I need to try and see if you can spot up that back, or but I think he's sort of being compromised by the Ferdinand that's still over there. Now this Foch is coming up here, and at this point I'm like, oh god, this is game over. However, he's got some shots into me, but he's not penning, he's derping or bouncing. He seems to have just shot free and used his whole clip up. I don't really know what happened there, but somehow I survived. Great. Really have no idea how. I thought that was game over, I really did. Trying to get a shot on this Ferdinand here with that destructible cover in a way, but I thought, we had a clear shot on this guy. Our freedom goes down to the Mantis, which is starting to become a nuisance now. Now this Ferdinand is, he sort of shows a bit of himself and managed to get a shot into that guy. He gets taken out by Kingpin, and Kingpin also takes out that, took out a Sturmtiger and a Ferdinand. There's only this Mantis left. We've just turned this game on its head now. How we survived, I have no idea. Kind of feel like I probably should have died from the first encounter with the Foch and then the second. I'd say if it was a tier 10 game, that probably would have ended badly, but luckily I got away with that one. So we're just sort of we're just playing Overwatch on the hill there. Kingpin's going in. We're just keeping our eye out, just trying to see where this Mantis is. But that's the thing. I had a funny feeling that that Mantis had moved. He's now down here. Kingpin is obviously going to come down and start chasing. This is the problem, trying to get in siege mode, and then we've just kind of been completely flummoxed there. The Mantis is sort of getting out. He's doing the right thing by running away, so fair play. But this is the problem. The siege mode is about it's 1.3 seconds to get into siege mode, but by the time you set up and then try and aim the tanks like the Mantis or light tanks, they're just gone. So you kind of have to plan ahead a little bit and kind of have a rough idea where you think tank is gonna go. I've got a funny feeling the Mantis is gonna come up here and try and take me out. However, I'm wrong. He actually goes to the left hand side, and I think he's gonna try and get base resets. So Ash is coming in here. He's come through the middle on the other side. Now we see that Mantis is actually fighting with our heavy tank, medium tank, sorry. The Mantis now a one hit, so should be able to take him out quite easily. So it's not going to be a problem. Just trying to get there to get that damage up. Here we go. We're set up. Going to try and see if we can get the shot. Waiting for the Mantis to come around. And there we go. Take him out. 4th kill. End of the game. Another 5k game. Decent job. So there we go. That's the end of the replay. Fair play to Kingpin. He come top with 5 kills. He put in a good session there. Beam that guy up. Done a great job. Mass come in 3rd place. So credit to Mass as well. He put the damage in as well. I come 2nd place. Got a nice brothers crucial contribution, which is decent. And yeah, 2nd place 5k, 4 kills. Not a bad result, and some good platoon play by ourselves. So yeah. So anyway, guys, that is the end of the video. So I hope you enjoyed it, and I will catch you next time.